a story of revenge, brotherhood, and heroism, which teaches you not to judge someone based on their heritage. This is the story of Rin Okamura, a half-human spawn of Satan who inherited his father's powers and his brother, the more human sibling, as they enter an academy to train as exorcists in the hopes of one day defeating the demon that took everything from them. Before we begin, follow if you want to zap into the latest anime trends and hit the subscribe button so you never miss any update from us. Rin Okamura, the protagonist, beats up a bunch of delinquents before he gets scolded by his priest guardian for causing trouble. The priest is Reverend Fujimoto, his guardian and the leader of the monastery where Rin lives with his younger brother, Yukio Okamura, who was recently accepted into True Cross Academy. Fujimoto is called for a sermon while Yukio treats Rin's wounds. Rin tells Yukio that he got into a fight after seeing the delinquents hunt innocent pigeons. Other members of the monastery show up after and send Rin off forcibly for a job interview. As he's leaving, Rin sees Fujimoto comforting a child with her mother before the two talk about exorcists. After the interview, the strict manager makes Rin work to judge whether he's suitable for the job, but he ends up having a tough time due to his strength. A co-worker offers him some cheap food, which Rin remakes. His cooking ends up being a hit with customers, which leads to the manager offering him a job. Rin tells everyone the good news, but right before he can head back for Yukio's farewell, he finds the girl from the morning chasing after her scarf. He helps her catch it, only to find that it's being pulled by a demonic imp. The imp runs off with the scarf and into the store, causing havoc while Rin tries to protect the young girl, Yui. Back at the monastery, Yukio and the others head out to find Rin. Yukio finds him alone on a swing, depressed at having lost his job because of the fiasco, and confused over what happened. The two head back to the monastery to find Yui's father there. He thanks Rin before the two get into an argument as the father doesn't believe in the fairy Yui says is bullying her. Fujimoto makes Rin quiet down before giving Yui a good luck charm. Back at the monastery, Fujimoto goes to the basement and finds the seal on a sword partially scorched. Rin wakes up to find a letter from Yukio, who left for the academy before following tiny demon bugs outside, only to find the delinquents. Rin follows them after their provocations, disobeying his father's orders to stay inside. The head delinquent Shiratori mocks Rin, eventually leading to a fight where he transforms into a demon. No one but Rin can see his form, and Shiraotri's friends pin Rin down. The fight results in Rin's power coming out, knocking everyone back. The demon Astaroth possessing Shiratori says that the blue flames are proof of Satan's offspring before telling Rin that Lord Satan is waiting for him. Just then, Fujimoto walks in speaking curses, before exorcising the demon. Fujimoto explains to Rin the phenomenon around him, including the coal tar demons and the existence of two dimensions, the material world Asaya, and the nothingness of demons, Gehenna. Fujimoto tells Rin that he must hide from the demons coming to retrieve him as he's a child born of the highest demon, Satan, and a human. Fujimoto fights off ghouls as he takes Rin back to the monastery. Meanwhile, Shiratori wakes up with memory loss, but gets possessed again by Astaroth after his friends tell him what happened. Rin and Fujimoto reach the monastery, now shrouded in barriers, before Fujimoto takes Rin to the basement to show him the demon-slaying blade, Kurakara, that seals Rin's powers. He tells Rin to never let go of or unsheath the katana, as his powers will awaken and he'll transform into a demon. Rin asks Fujimoto about Yukio, and learns that he's still human as Yukio's body was too weak in the womb for Satan's powers to latch onto. While Rin processes his heritage, Astaroth hijacks a truck and crashes it into the monastery. The exorcists fight Astaroth while Fujimoto gives Rin a phone to contact his friend for protection, before telling him to run and heading up to fight. Astaroth starts overpowering Kyoto and the others, before transforming further, but Rin busts out and throws a pitchfork at him, giving Fujimoto the opportunity to exorcise Astaroth. Fujimoto tells Nagatomo to get the car and Izumi and Kyoto to put the seal of Tetramorph on Shiratori, but Rin and Fujimoto get into a verbal altercation. Rin hurts Fujimoto deeply, accusing him of throwing him away and not even being his real father. Fujimoto slaps Rin and sends him away to pack up before he suddenly feels a pain in his chest. Fujimoto collapses as Satan, the god of Gehenna, possesses his body. He sets the exorcists on fire before opening the Gehenna gate to connect the two dimensions. Satan throws Rin inside, but Fujimoto regains control of his body long enough to stab himself in the heart and push Satan out. As Rin and Fujimoto sink into the gate, Rin unsheathes Kurikara, causing him to transform before destroying the gate. As Rin cries over his dead father, Yukio shows up. After the funeral, Rin calls the contact. As soon as he dials, the man in question shows up with exorcists surrounding Rin. He introduces himself as the representative of the Japanese branch of the True Cross Knight Order, Mephistopheles, and gives Rin two choices. He can either die or kill them and run away. Rin proposes to Mephisto to make him one of them, saying that his father is Shiro Fujimoto, and he intends to destroy Satan. Mephisto starts laughing and accepts Rin's request. Rin packs up and meets Mephisto outside the monastery. He's revealed to be the principal of True Cross Academy and intends to take Rin there. Yukio shows up as well, calling Mephisto by the pseudonym he uses, Johann Faust V. The brothers are taken to the academy town, while Rin is a bit taken aback due to Yukio's lack of questions over what led to their father's demise. After the entrance ceremony and exploring the academy, Rin heads off to his dorm. On the way, he finds a dog and follows it outside to learn that it's actually Mephisto in disguise. Mephisto hands Rin a key to enter the cram school for exorcists, but warns Rin to keep his bloodline a secret. Mephisto takes Rin to class, disguised as a dog, and tells him about the students and spirit wounds, or illnesses inflicted by a demon that allow humans to see them. Class begins, and the teacher is none other than Yukio. Yukio completed his studies 2 years ago, and has been studying exorcism for 7 years. He's a genius in anti-demon pharmacology and is the youngest person to get an exorcist certificate. Yukio begins the ceremony of the spirit wound, but Rin keeps interrupting, trying to get Yukio to explain what's happening. Yukio sends the students outside before he tells Rin about his training and how he always knew Rin's heritage. Rin was also the one who gave Yukio his spirit wound when they were born. Rin becomes angry over the secret Yukio had kept, and the two end up knocking down a vial of blood that summons hobgoblins into the classroom. Yukio starts dispatching them while bad-mouthing Rin and saying that he blames him for their father's death. He says that Fujimoto was the strongest exorcist, and the only reason Satan was able to possess him was because Rin must have said something that broke his willpower. In the influx of emotions, Yukio points a gun at Rin, which angers him. Rin points his anger at the hobgoblin behind Yukio before stating that he wasn't the one who killed their father. The two seem to reconcile before talking about Fujimoto's sacrifice and their resolve to get stronger. After class, Rin finds out that Yukio will be his roommate. Rin gets out of homework by pestering Yukio to take him along on a mission. Yukio reluctantly agrees, and the two go to buy supplies. On the way, Yukio tells Rin about the barriers Mephisto formed around the academy town and the use of Magical's keys. Yukio enters the supply shop while Rin ends up near a garden being maintained by a girl. He accidentally breaks the warding gate after it reacts to his power, causing the girl to think that he's a demon. The girl, Shiemi Moriyama, tries to run away but is unable to use her legs. Meanwhile, Yukio asks the shop owner, Shiemi's mother, about her legs, and learns that the problem started when Shiemi's grandmother passed away. Yukio was called to deal with the issue. After clearing the misunderstanding, Rin helps Shiemi with gardening. She talks with Rin about her grandmother's passing in an accident and the Garden of Amahara. Yukio shows up during their conversation, surprised to see Rin there. After some banter, Yukio examines Shiemi's legs and finds roots from a spirit wound. He says that a demon must have possessed a plant in the garden and asks Shiemi if she ever talked to it. Her mother believes it's because of the garden, which leads to an argument between her and Shiemi, causing the girl to faint. After taking her to a room, Rin and Yukio are told by the mother about how Shiemi was raised by her grandmother and when her legs started deteriorating. Unconscious, Shiemi dreams about speaking to a flower that wanted to protect her grandmother's garden after she passed away. She wakes up right after and starts tending to the garden when Rin shows up. He starts breaking flower pots, saying that she needs to stop binding herself to this place. Shiemi blames herself for her grandmother's accident because she was late at coming back to help her, but Rin still tells her to stop worrying her mother and go look for the Garden of Amahara, a dream her grandmother would have wanted her to fulfill. Shiemi starts crying. saying her legs won't move anymore when Yukio shows up and tells Shiemi that they'll deal with the demon. The demon suddenly appears and possesses Shiemi, using her as a shield. Yukio shoots Shiemi's body and makes the demon retreat. Rin uses the opportunity to kill it, saving the young girl. Shiemi reconciles with her mother while Yukio calms Rin, saying the bullet was fake. During class, Rin keeps falling asleep, resulting in the ire of a student, Ryuji Suguro, and scolding from the teachers. Shiemi has joined the academy as well. During Yukio's class, both Shiemi and Rin get subpar marks, and the highest scorer, Ryuji, scolds Rin for slacking off. After class, Yukio tells Rin about how Ryuji is also a scholarship student and quite smart and athletic. He then leaves Shiemi with Rin, who asks her about her past. Ryuji and his friends show up during their conversation and start mocking them, to which Rin replies in kind. Shima comments that the two are pretty similar. Training begins as Ryuji and Rin's rivalry continues. Ryuji starts a fight during training, which causes the teacher to scold him. The teacher tells Ryuji to stay away from Rin as he's a special case. Meanwhile, Rin learns from Ryuji's friends about his goal to defeat Satan and rebuild their temple that was destroyed in the Blue Night, when Satan slaughtered prominent clergymen 16 years ago. Training continues, and the students are chased by the leaper demons in turns. The teacher gets a call in the middle of class and runs off after warning the students not to go near the demons. Ryuji and Rin get into another argument about Rin's attitude, so Ryuji tells Rin to prove his determination by going down and touching the demon without it attacking, considering that it only attacks if it senses wavering emotions. Rin immediately declines the challenge. Unable to provoke Rin, Ryuji remembers his ostracized past and goes down to approach the demon, intent on proving himself. Ryuji's heart wavers after his goal of defeating Satan is laughed at by a student, making the demon lunge at him. Rin jumps in the nick of time. Sensing Rin's resolve and power, the demon stops dead in its tracks. Rin then faces Ryuji and tells him that he'll be the one who'll defeat Satan, reaffirming their similar goal and rivalry. In the background, Yukio lowers his weapon, seeing that the threat has subsided. On top of a tower, Mephisto meets the Earth King Amaimon, his brother. Mephisto tells Amaimon that their youngest brother is being raised under his wing. Amaimon asks Mephisto when he'll return to Gehenna, putting into question Mephisto's origins and motives. After class, Rin and Ryuji fight over the last discounted sandwich in the store, while three girls, Hashino, Nishiwaki, and Umoto, try to have Yukio eat the lunch they made. Yukio runs off to the cafeteria with Rin to get out of the situation. After being treated to expensive food, Rin asks the principal to reduce the prices to no avail. Mephisto then gives Rin a measly amount of lunch money. Yukio proposes to buy ingredients so Rin can cook with them. After getting the ingredients, Rin gets to cooking side dishes at night. Next day, Rin starts hitting Yukio for eating the food he made before the two realize that someone else must have done it. They go to the kitchen to find Mephisto cooking. He says that he's just a temporary replacement for his familiar, Ukobak. Since Rin cooked without Ukobak's permission, he became cranky and boycotted them. The two are then treated to a horrid meal made by Mephisto, after which they plan to cheer up Ukobak, so he returns. At night, Rin cleans up the kitchen when the hostile imp appears. Yukio enters to find Ukobak and Rin fainted after a cook-off, only for the two to become friends right after. Next day, Yukio is surrounded by the girls as he opens his lunch. He explains that Rin made them, but the girls don't believe Rin can cook. Rin heads back to the dorm where he finds Shiemi. The two enter while the three girls observe from the background. Inside, Rin, Yukio, and Shiemi have tea made before Yukio takes her home using a key. The girls end up waiting till night and becoming impatient over Shiemi's relationship with Yukio as they never saw her leave. The three enter the dorm uninvited and go to the kitchen where they throw out the side dishes that they think Shiemi made for Yukio. Ukobak goes ballistic seeing this. The commotion wakes up Rin and Yukio, only for them to find the three girls shoved in a pot. Rin tries to stop Ukobak but gets pushed back. He eventually gets through to him, convincing Ukobak to back away. Yukio gets scolded by Rin for not eating the lunches the girls made, which resulted in all of this. Follow if you want to zap into the latest anime trends and hit the subscribe button so you never miss any update from us.